Fresh violence has shaken Katsina State in northwest Nigeria as armed terrorists attacked a rural community, killing residents and abducting more than 20 people, despite ongoing peace agreements meant to end such attacks. This development has raised renewed concerns over security and the effectiveness of negotiated truces with armed groups.
It was a night of fear and chaos for residents of Ungor Dawudu community in Duke Ward, Funtua local government area of Katsina State. On Sunday night, January 4, 2026, heavily armed terrorists stormed the village on motorcycles. Witnesses say the attackers fired sporadically into the air and at homes, forcing families to flee into nearby bushes under cover of darkness. By the time the gunmen left, at least 20 residents had been abducted, taken away by force to unknown locations. Several others were injured, while homes were left traumatized by the sudden violence. For villagers who believed peace had returned, the attack came as a devastating shock.
Local sources say the terrorists moved swiftly, targeting specific households before disappearing into surrounding forests. The victims include men, women, and young adults, many of them farmers and traders whose daily lives had only recently begun to stabilize after earlier attacks. Security analysts note that the attackers operated with clear coordination, a pattern that has become common in rural parts of Katsina and neighboring states. This incident marks yet another deadly episode in a region that has struggled for years with armed banditry, kidnappings, and mass displacement.
What makes this latest attack particularly troubling is that it happened despite ongoing peace agreements between communities and armed groups. Over the past year, Katsina State authorities have promoted dialogue and negotiated settlements as a way to reduce violence. These peace deals were designed to stop attacks, encourage disarmament, and secure the release of abducted persons. In several local governments, officials reported temporary reductions in violence following such agreements. But incidents like the Ungor Dawudu attack are raising doubts about whether these deals are holding or whether some armed groups are exploiting negotiations while continuing their violent activities.
Katsina State lies at the heart of Nigeria's northwest insecurity belt, an area plagued by armed groups often referred to as bandits or terrorists. These groups frequently attack villages, rustle cattle, abduct residents for ransom, and kill those who resist. Despite military operations and peace talks, the violence has persisted, spreading fear and forcing thousands of families to abandon their homes. Security experts say the terrain, vast forests, and porous borders makes it difficult to track and neutralize armed groups once they strike.
Following the latest attack, joint security forces were deployed to surrounding areas in Funtua local government. Checkpoints were set up along major routes, and search operations were launched to trace the abductors' escape paths. So far, authorities have not released an official casualty figure, and there has been no confirmation of arrests linked to the attack. The Katsina State government has maintained that its peace strategy remains necessary, insisting that dialogue has led to the release of hundreds of kidnapped victims in the past. However, the approach has come under growing criticism. Civil society groups and security commentators argue that negotiating with armed groups, especially when suspects are released, may embolden criminals rather than deter them. They warn that communities are paying the price as attacks continue even during periods officially described as peaceful. Many residents now question whether peace deals offer genuine protection or merely temporary relief.
For families in Unguwa Daudu, the pain is deeply personal. Parents are waiting anxiously for news of their abducted children. Wives and husbands fear the worst, unsure whether their loved ones are safe. One resident described the night as a return to the darkest days, saying the sound of gunfire erased any sense of security the community had begun to rebuild. Farms lie unattended, schools remain closed, fear once again dominates daily life.
As Nigeria continues to battle insecurity across multiple regions, the Katsina attack highlights the urgent need for solutions that protect civilians and restore lasting peace. For many rural communities, the question remains unanswered: when will safety truly return?
That report on the latest attack in Katsina State. We will continue to follow developments and bring you updates as authorities respond and families await news of their loved ones. If you want to stay informed with real stories that matter, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment what you think so the truth is not silenced.